Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
And now, from Seattle, Washington, and Tampa, Florida. That was my best effort.
I love it. That was amazing.
What's up, babe?
Hi. We're doing it. We are actually doing it. We're in the street, kind of, or hopefully on this couch. We decided to do a podcast. Why, Erin?
Well, because everybody else is doing one.
That's literally why we decided to do it. But we do. We listen to podcasts. We know other people that have one. We leave voicemails that are as long as podcast episodes. So we thought, let's just do it.
I feel like before we officially start our first podcast episode, we should do what you made Derek Jeter do the very first time that you sat down with him.
Here's the backstory. Everyone knows who Derek Jeter is. I was a 26-year-old nervous kid to interview him working for the Colorado Rockies. So I was like, how am I going to introduce myself to Derek Jeter? I know he can introduce himself to me. I said, Derek, can you please look in the camera, introduce yourself in case anyone doesn't know who you are? So nice. He goes, hi, I'm Derek Jeter. And I was like, I was kidding, but that's amazing. And you're very attractive.
Great skin.
I love his wife too.
Why don't you introduce yourself to anybody and everybody who may not know who we are?
If you're still listening, I'm Charissa Thompson. And
I'm Erin Andrews. And this is Calm Down. Calm Down. We needed to calm down with that intro with Erin and Charissa. Thanks for giving us a try here.
Yeah. Well,
Stay a while.
I'll try anything once. Hopefully you guys will too. So why a podcast? Because everybody has one. And also, look, we spend so much time together anyways. We just thought we would sort of pull back the curtain on our lives and share stuff that maybe people think we wouldn't talk about. We've been friends for the better part of, should we say 10, 15 years? I don't even know how long.
Well, I'm only 25.
Well,
so that would be awkward.
My crow's feet would indicate something else for me. But, we've been friends for a long time. And I think that we're both very comfortable with who we are, that we're willing to share more of our lives and sort of just be open and real with stuff that we probably wouldn't have done a few years ago.
It's going to be an interesting balance for me, honestly. We are used to talking about sports. I feel comfortable and at ease talking about sports, a little Tampa 2, you know what I mean?
Single high safety.
Yeah, that's hot.
Wow.
Cover 2. I just, you're going to go out on the edges, you're going to go up the middle, but being
Who knows
real,
what a route tree is here? Everyone raise your hands.
Exactly. But being real, I remember, I'll name drop, first one to do it, calm down. I told Aaron Rodgers we were doing this in a sit-down interview. And he said, okay, are we going to hear and see the real EA or what are we getting? And that's going to be something that I have to calm down and kind of balance out because I'm not really comfortable with it, but I'm going to try. And you are really my one friend that kind of pushes me because you just think people don't know how hysterical
Erin's
I am.
So funny.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, if everyone knew who you really were, I think sometimes, we've been trained in our life and with various things that have happened to us in our life that all of a sudden we sort of became more reclusive. I've always been a little bit outlandish and out there and probably say more than I should. But anyways, I think that this podcast is a great opportunity for people to get to know the real us. And hopefully we would like to think that it's a podcast for everyone in your household. Maybe not the
guys
young
and
children,
girls.
not the young children, keep them out of the room. But guys, that's sort of
Our demo.
Our demo, if you will. The insights on Instagram indicate that. Apparently women don't like me at all.
I don't
They're
mean to
we need
brag, but
work
I
on-
have both.
do?
I have the guys and the gals. That's what happens when you host a reality ballroom show for a while and then get fired. We'll get to that after the break.
Well, I mean, I was on Extra, but apparently no one watched that show because my demographic was only 20%. But calm down is sort of the climate that we're in as well. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
No.
The world is very serious in a lot of ways, and that's wonderful for certain topics. But we think just in general, being a little bit more jovial and lighthearted is sort of the place that we're in with our lives, that we can make fun of ourselves, self-deprecate, all the things. So when we say calm down, we're also saying it to ourselves.
Who are the kind of people we're looking to talk to? I mean, guys, there's only so many times you can talk to the Tom Bradys, or the Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
I'm sorry
Mike Evans
that you're
line
busy
one.
talking to Tom Brady.
We're going to give those guys a break.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Aaron, you talk to Tom Brady a lot, and Aaron Rodgers. I am talking to Terry Bradshaw, who's equally as wonderful, of course.
He's
but I'm in
busy.
studio.
He's got
You're
a reality show.
literally out in the field. So yes, we will talk about sports, but I think there's a lot more that we can talk about and have an opinion on a lot of other things as well. So we're going to hit all different topics. Nothing's off limits, and much much to the chagrin of our husbands, I'm sure that they will, reprimand us at some point by saying that might be too much to share.
I get reprimanded a lot.
Do you? Kyle, I'm new to the marriage thing, so Kyle doesn't really know how to reprimand me yet. Oh, yeah. Look, I can't show you this finger because that's broken. I picked a bad hand to break a finger on because...
Forget your hand. Are you going to leave some diamonds for the rest of us?
Well,
Jesus.
Are they fake? Is my finger green? No, I'm kidding. My husband did
cares?
wonderful. Yeah. Now, the great news about doing a podcast with Erin Andrews, her Rolodex of people that she knows is a lot deeper than mine and a lot more famous. I'm like down in the E level.
You worked on Extra. You work still for Extra.
I still do work for Extra.
I've never sat down with George Clooney. How good does he smell?
Oh my God. He's not even better. He's fun to hang with. Like
Have
he's
you ever drank with him?
Well, I was drinking his tequila and his lovely wife Amal was right there and they were not
every night
drinking on the red carpet, but we were drinking his tequila. Mario and I were at the time and he's so lovely.
What does he smell like? Is it more of a forest or is it a fabulous
it's just a
fresh
manly smell, but like with a hint of like I don't know how to describe it, but like a little musty, but in a good. A musty usually has a negative connotation. He's a Bordeaux. He's a smell of a Bordeaux, which is rich mahogany.
I can't have that on an empty stomach, honestly.
Oh, I can. Is it too early to start now?
No, but I will say he is somebody, not to go off on a tangent. That's the one thing we were going to say about our podcast. Keep up. But
do you guys like the game of tennis or ping pong? Because it's a lot of this.
George Clooney is somebody. Oprah Winfrey is somebody else. I feel like you look at them and they're like, they have to smell good.
Yeah. And Oprah's that person that makes you feel, that you've known her for 100 years. She puts her arm around you and she's like, hi.
And her eyelashes, I don't care if they're real or fake. I'm not judging. They are butterflies. They will reach out and touch someone.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's be honest. Let's get loud. We're going to drop that every now and then. Drink every time you see.
Where's Andy Cohen?
He'll be on here. Don't worry.
You
better, wait. Andy. So our first guest, I'm freaking out. You can't see it. Maybe you can. I'm already sweating.
I'm a sweater.
I'm excited.
That's why I'm wearing black.
He's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you say who we got?
You got him. Okay. Our first guest, without, drawing this out any longer.
Chris Hemsworth. No.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Was unavailable.
Busy.
So
he's yelling
Kevin
at his
Hart
cast.
Is our first guest. Am I yelling?
Yeah, and I'm clapping. We're pumped. I've been in a cold tub with him. I laughed so hard my face hurt. He made fun of my laugh. He said I sounded like an old woman smoking a cigarette.
It also looked like you were doing something inappropriate when the cell phone was vibrating.
Yeah, I'm excited. Are you ready?
We're
going to dive right in. Kevin Hart is going to take 2 minutes out of his busy schedule, and he's actually going to sit down with us and talk everything podcast.
I will not calm down.
My face is already hurting. No, you can't calm down for this. This is our first ever guest on Calm Down.
Might be our last guest, but it's a good way to go out.
All I'm going to say is I've been in a cold tub with him. His balls were cold. Mine weren't. I'm shocked he has time for us right now with all that he has to do. And from here on out, we are screwed because this is our first guest. And we just popped the cherry with this one, right?
Yeah. Without further ado, Kevin Hart.
Nice.
God, I owe you.
Look at that. Look at that introduction. First of all, Erin, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this. Okay, let's just make that very clear. I have absolutely no time at all. But it's you. And I am such a friend, such a fan, and lover for what you do. I said I'm going to make the time. So
love you.
Your priority is my priority. Let's kick your new world off with a bang.
It's so sweet. Kevin, I love that you said that because I said, Erin's like, I think I got our first guest. And I was like, what? She's like, Kevin Hart. I was like, huh? I said, well, that's casual. I said, well, at least you get to talk to Kevin Hart. And I know that you guys have a great relationship as evidenced by your admiration for Erin right there, Kevin. But I'm going to tell you, your publicist, that little biatch, wouldn't let me interview you because she always handed you off to Mario Lopez when I was at Extra. And I was like, please let me interview Kevin.
He was
Haley's
Tanner.
Like, not happening. Only Mario gets to interview A-list celebrities. So I was stuck with the cast of Southern Charm. You know what I mean?
Haley. It's always Haley.
Let's get
always
loud.
Haley.
I know.
Citizen, I had no idea about this. This is information that never came to me. And this is how stars, this is how they get the bad rep. Because people go, yeah, man, that person's such a dick. They've never talked to us. They never stop here. They never ever give us a shot. We don't even know that was an option. I just go where I'm told. Yeah. And now look at this. I found out that this amazing woman wanted to talk to me, and I've just avoided her all this time.
I know.
Haley, you got some trouble coming.
Yeah, she gave me the
trouble coming.
She gave me the Heisman every time I requested to interview you. But
this is your chance. Here you go.
I know. Here we go. So the only thing that we have in common, Kevin, because it's not our bank accounts, is that we now both have a podcast. So congratulations on yours.
We loved it.
Thank you.
You obviously had a very casual first guest in Jerry Seinfeld. My favorite thing, and we both did our homework and listened to it, of course, which we would have anyways, independent of starting our own podcast, is Jerry's like, I come very prepared for guests and all these things, and I've got the whole road. He's like, a road diverged in two woods, and I'm going the road less traveled. And you go, I don't prepare for shit. I was like, yes, that's me. And Erin spends hours studying. I'm a, see what happens next kind of gal.
See you later.
Yeah. Well,
it's a little yin and a yang. You need the best of both worlds. I think having someone that's prepped and having someone that's not, that makes great radio. It makes great podcast like material. The only reason why I don't like to prep is because I like real conversations. So, 9 times out of 10, if I don't know the person, well, I say this is an opportunity for me to get to know them. And if I didn't know you and I wanted to get to know you, we were talking on the street, I'm just going to ask you questions, you're going to answer them. And that's your springboard, great dialogue. If it doesn't, then that means you're a person that I really shouldn't have gotten to know in the first place. I mean, this conversation was shit, and then we both have an awkward bye, and we never see each other again. So just don't put yourself in those situations. And I think if you both are here, it's never going to be that bad because one would always be able to get the other one out of trouble.
I love that.
Yeah, no, that's great. Okay, I'm like blowing it off. No, yeah, that's great. I did a lot of homework. No, but seriously, I come from a sports world. I sit down with you, as you know, not with the Philadelphia Eagles this year because they had some problems. We'll talk about that after the break.
Blow.
Yeah, it was.
That's
I came for came with that.
Waiting for more information.
Biggest, I guess, your keys to the game if we're moving forward on how to have success. What have you learned? I don't even know how many of these you've recorded. I know one is out with Jerry, but what is your advice for us to have success? Because this is it, baby. This is the first one. This is week 1 of the NFL season right here. So how do we do this?
I mean, look,
give me help.
I think, well, put yourself in a position where you can be different.
Yeah.
When it comes to talking, to athletes, when it comes to talking to entertainers, there's a model that's kind of followed by so many. There's like a plug and play, right? Like it's almost like with a talk show. Every talk show has a desk. And after the desk, there's a live band. And we don't know how that became the thing, but somehow, some way that became the model that people felt like they should follow. Then it became 2 chairs and 2 comfortable looking chairs and a deep conversation with 3x5 cards. Somebody made this look like this is supposed to be the way.
Yeah.
If it's not this way, then it's not the right way. Break new ground, shake shit up. When you talk to athletes, I think you talk to them about more than just the sport. Get them to actually know the people. And I think the talent within the craft of, football, basketball, hockey, whatever that thing is, becomes secondary and a bonus. But the person is more interesting. So your stats are just that, but we can hear and know them all the time. But when you get to know who has a dog and who doesn't, dogs versus cats, underwear versus no drawers,
Are you wearing any?
No, I'm home. I don't have on pants.
So really?
Yeah, it's different because I'm home.
I do too.
Yeah, you're supposed to be comfortable. You're in your home.
Well, that's why I just lean back.
I don't even do that. My kids aren't allowed to come in my office during the day because I've been working from home, and it's a gamble every morning. You bust in here, could be pants or not. You know that, and I told you guys that several times because I'm running late for a lot of these meetings, a lot of these Zooms and stuff. So sometimes I just get out of bed and haul ass downstairs. I'm a nude sleeper. See, this is information that you need to know.
I can't because things just moved and shift.
No,
I
love
like that.
I love it.
Who gets in the bed with
clothes on?
Exactly.
Who does that? Oh my God.
Wait, is it for a climate control situation? What is your vibe with that?
Clean. I take a shower.
It's because my body's great.
Well,
that's why.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I've seen it, but
I need my wife to understand what's going on here every night.
But you're
Look
not
at it.
worried
How
that
lucky you are
one
to be
little
next to me.
Look at it.
one roll over, like the boob maybe hanging all
Well,
over
not
here,
mine.
or
Mine would
you know
never
what I
do
mean?
that. But nothing's rolling over here. I mean,
Well, I'm
maybe
just
the padding.
saying, things
No.
aren't proportionate. Like I like it when you do the old Kate Winslet Titanic, like
Do
lay
you? Because
down.
that feels like a lot of work. It's a cat's cradle in the bed, and we're not into
You know
that.
what?
I want
I-
to just give you my whole
Yes.
offering.
Aaron, grow up.
Yeah.
Okay, grow up. It's extremely immature. Grow up. It's a bed. There's blankets there for a reason. All right.
Are you
When
a-
you get out of bed in the morning, it's time to get dressed. When you
See?
get into
Faith
bed
Hill,
at
one
night,
sheet.
it's time to get undressed. That's
Yeah.
the whole purpose of getting into bed. Nobody wants to sleep next to a woman with a turtleneck on, and a woman don't want to sleep next to a guy with corduroys on.
But that would hurt, especially
Yeah,
if you
who
are
wants to
naked.
do
Now
that?
we've got chafing. There's a whole situation happening here. All right, so
I love
it.
You told, but I need to tell you, you have 4 beautiful babies.
Yes, I do.
One
and that's
of
why
your
he
children-
has them, because he sleeps naked.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. So we need to both
That's what
need to
my-
get going.
My wife honestly has gravitated to more clothes as the baby count
and a
has went up.
chastity belt. She's
Yes,
like,
and
that
a turtleneck.
She's 1,000% more dressed than she's ever been today.
Babe, that's a
in the
snowsuit.
bed.
Mhm,
Yeah.
that's
Honey, you
weird.
sure you want to wear the long johns? You sure? All right, I guess. Is that a full one?
But-
Okay.
I love, so I'm obsessed with the name Hendrix. I love Jimi Hendrix, whatever. So I know your son's name's Hendrix. Was the name derived from Jimmy? I'm always curious about naming a child because they're stuck with it forever. My name came from a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Hot.
Because I was
Okay.
the 3rd kid, and my mom's like, I don't care, just name her something. And so my dad's like, I got a name. And so that's where my name came from.
I can say honestly, I am not responsible for any of the names of my kids. It's one of those things where I feel like, throughout a pregnancy, a woman finds excitement in so much, and the naming process and figuring out is one of those things I'm there to support. The list of names and the journey of how and why has always been one that I just sat through, and it's whatever you want.
There you
I'm gonna go.
I
So,
love that.
Jimi Hendrix, my ex-wife Tori, she's a massive Jimi Hendrix fan. She wanted to play with the H and the HH because our daughter Heaven is Heavenly Hart, all together Heavenly Hart.
Aw.
I'm not responsible for that. And my son is Hendrix Kevin Hart. Once again, not responsible for that. And my kids now, Kayori My Hart and Kenzo Cash Hart, all great names, not responsible for any of them. I can't take the credit for not one name.
Okay.
Not one name.
But I feel like you're really good at picking your battles with this, because I had a girlfriend that just had a new baby, and it was a whole, like, we were calling him the last name for a while. We had to figure it out. Her husband didn't like, but I love it. I mean, you're a guy, I know I've told you this before, I need to learn a lot from, especially how to grow that bank account, but picking the battles with your wife. And I feel like your latest special on Netflix did that as well. So that's interesting. What other information do you have with picking your battles, with marriage, having the baby, the name? What's another key one that you would recommend?
I don't have any battles that I can win. I've done my
Yep.
fair share of fucking
Yeah.
up. So at this point, I'm just a white flag walking around.
You're in the red in your bank account. You're in a constant overdraft fee situation.
You're not going to get
35,
any
30.
pushback. Nothing. No pushback. Honey, I think that we should do an outside kitchen. Sure should.
Sure.
All right.
Bop,
Gotcha.
bop, bop.
Yes, whatever those things are. And when I do have a problem, and I can be honest, it's very far few and in between. But if I do have a problem with something, because it's so rare, there's never really a thing of where I feel like, there needs to be a presence that has to be felt. Like we got to go to war. So I think that we do a great job of respecting one another, but also I have no problem with saying, this is your domain. This is your home. And if you're not comfortable in this domain and you don't feel like you have the tools that you need to be able to do what you do at the best level possible, then I'm messing up, because these kids are our priority. And your energy is important. So that's my take on that.
I love that. And part of your interview with Jerry on your podcast, to be named later, was that when Jerry was saying that spouses are like rescue dogs.
Yes.
It was so good.
It
It was such a great comparison.
It's so true. And I have a rescue dog, and I'm going to be honest. I bought the first dog. I felt so guilty about buying the first dog that I got a rescue dog.
I went to a breeder.
Well, I see. So then you're going to have to feel guilty and get a rescue dog. So the rescue dog needs a lot of attention. The one I bought, he's like, I'm cool, man. I'm like strutting around this place. I'm doing my thing. The rescue dog's like, I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. So it really resonated with me that spouses are like that. So
I agree 1,000%. There's so much that you have to learn. And by the way, I'm still learning. I'm 41, and you're constantly growing. But that partnership, that friendship, that shit's got to be work. Marriage is fucking work. You're with a person.
Balance.
Every day, 365. And even if you're doing something that, allows you to get on the road and come back, you're still with the same person. So you're going to have good days, bad days, but the beauty is figuring out how to overcome those days and still get back to you cool as shit.
I love that.
I love you too. That's the hard task. And I think when you figure that out, then it becomes a breeze for most.
Well, I'm on my second marriage. This one just happened a month ago, so I'm new to the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. You would have known that had I been allowed to interview Haley again with the Heisman.
I want to know about having another baby at 41 because I'm older than you and I didn't know that. The fun facts there. 42, haven't had a kid, need to work on it. Obviously, I need to get off the road and get into it.
No, you need to get naked in bed, apparently, is what's happening.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than that, but we'll get into that.
Stonewashed jeans, that's why.
Apparently, marble countertop.
Those high-waisted jeans.
But what is it like having I know you have several kids, but now another baby at 41, especially when you're just so, I feel like accustomed to your life, set in your ways. Mm-hmm. Help.
I can say right now, the funniest thing for me and my wife are.
Please tell me you're flagging her in right now.
Yes, this is her.
I knew it. I saw the move. Come on here.
Well, by the way, she's not flagging. She's not like coming in the room to check on me because it's an amazing time. She just has no respect for what I do.
Does she have pants on?
I hope not because she's hot.
Your wife is really hot. Just poke your head in and say hi. Just poke your head in.
Want some of that Fabletics gear.
And this is how you'll be able to this is what you'll see that I'm really telling the truth because I'll say it in front of her. We laugh so much now looking at what we used to be. Like me and my wife, we were road warriors at one point. It was, hey, babe, let's go. We're out. We're restaurants. We're lounges. We're clubs. We're on a plane. We're vacation. We're done. We're boat. Like we were really at one point living our best lives through travel and experience. And, then the babies start to pile up, right? And you really find yourself at a loss for words because you don't know when it went bad. When did we get here? Like we can't past 8 p.m. There's a weird thing of who falls asleep first. And the changing of the guard is now. Like my wife forever fell asleep on me when I was in those stages. When I was a rabbit, I used to get mad. God damn, like you go to sleep, you going to sleep so fast. Like 8:30, you knocked out. And now she's built up this schedule. Her bedtime is a little later. My wife can push till 9:30, which is absurd, by the way.
Party.
9:30, 9:45, and it's almost as if you're on drugs. I don't know how she stays up this late. I don't know what she's doing. I'm out. You sit me down and you stop talking to me, I'm out. And we realized we were like, the kids fucked us up. Like we got nothing left. At the end of the day, we're so tired from baby exchange to conversations with the kids to making sure that the kids are at the extracurricular activities to listening, understanding attitudes versus no attitudes. Why aren't you eating? Why aren't you bathing? Brush your damn teeth. Did you go do your homework? We've been in a house, so you are so invested into your kids' lives that you don't have nothing else. So now we're at this point, like I think we low key, honey, are we scheduling sex? What are we doing with that? And it's, by the way, I'm fine with that. Way.
Exactly.
I'm fine. Yeah. It's not like it has to happen. Like I'm not pressing the gas for that.
Right.
She is. So if there's some time, okay, we should rest. We should build up enough energy for this time to happen. But we are no longer who we used to be, and you just got to accept that. You got to roll with it. You got to love the fact that you're getting older and that you're watching the younger versions of yourselves.
Well, that's what I love
the best part
so much about your comedy special. When your wife's like, "I'm going to go out," and you're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, look, I'm going out." You're like,
Yeah.
that was hysterical. Yeah. We, fun fact, found out that you're a big fan of Yellowstone, which this one is.
Obsessed.
Very true. It's
Obsessed.
Amazing.
But you're not done, right? You're just catching up. Where are you? Tell me everything. Tell me exactly where you are.
I'm on season 4.
What's just happened?
Season 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm when it now it's now getting real from the takeover, right? Like when after the brothers had that little spat and the brother ended up killing what was the lead guy from I believe it was like the Indian
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was it. Which is like the story is just so real,
right?
Because I've traveled to these parts and I know how important the land is and why the fight over the land becomes what it becomes. But I also love the power that Kevin Costner's character has. Like this man that has built this ranch, this thing, this big entity,
the brand.
It's just such a big brand, and he runs this town without running the town. And things have to go through him. And if they don't, there's consequences. And the people that are around, it's like, I hate to say it, this is like the mainstream version of the cartel or the drug game in the Black community. Like there's different levels to it. This is that, but the drugs are the land. And that's what you're trying to gain more access, and that's what you want more of. So from the writing, the evolvement, the characters, I just like it. I think all in all, like I've even been searching after the showrunners to see like how long is this shit gonna last? I'm like, they should stop it just so I can go get the fucking people that developed it and have them come and do some things underneath our umbrella because it's so good. It's so good.
Don't you even want the damn coffee cup he holds? Like I tried to find it for Christmas for my husband. It's hot. Like it's a ceramic white. It's so good. That coffee.
So good. Like
so good.
I can say that show and through the pandemic, I went back and I got back invested into Billions.
Hot.
There was a lot of seasons. Billions is a good one too.
Don't you want to sit down with Wendy Rhodes so bad and just have her like just totally get into your brain? And do you have to watch it on closed caption? Because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time.
Yeah. I watch everything on closed caption.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
I watch everything on closed caption. Everything.
Yes.
Everything has a closed caption on it. And I'm more into the TV just because, there's just time to watch, time to really invest and just be a fan of great story evolvement. That's what I like.
How much do you love Beth on Yellowstone?
Stop it. What do you mean? How much I love Beth? She's probably
badass.
I say Kevin Costner than her character. Second best character, in my opinion.
Team Jamie or Team Casey?
Casey.
Oh, so hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, no one who likes Jamie. Who's the person that likes Jamie?
He's disgusting.
No.
Anyways,
gross.
I want to be an extra on that show so bad. I want to be a barrel girl. I'll do anything to be on that show and
you
get that
live
brand.
In the bunker?
Who cares?
Why would you say about there's so many opportunities? I bet if they knew that, they would easily implement you in that show.
Gotta be honest and put it out there. No one cares. They don't give a shit.
Kevin, I know you've got a million things to do. We've talked about it. You'll have to go soon because you've got your family right there.
Calm down. Don't leave us.
Calm down. But real quickly, another thing that I deduced from your conversation with Jerry is you do a check-in. When you're in the gym, how are you feeling today? What are you doing? What's your vibe right now? A daily check-in. I'm into it.
My vibe is extremely high and present. That's this new kick that I'm on. Just being present, being mindful of myself and my personal level of happiness. And I think when you really are into just taking care of you, it gives you the opportunity to be a better person for other people, right? Yeah. And I think over my years of being so crazy, being so busy, I got wrapped up into busy that I didn't check on me. In my mornings are the time to dedicate, me to me. Like I can talk to myself before my trainers get there. I can take a run. I can take a bike ride. I can get on my row machine. There's so many things that I can do, but to where I lock in to just me. And I know it may sound, unideal, but talking to yourself and understanding yourself and hearing yourself out, that's my new shit. And it's just making me, it's giving me more of a uplifting and vibrant presence to date in my house, in my surroundings, in my company. I just find myself just being a little more energized, a little more happy because I feel like I'm constantly working on me as well and not other things.
I'm assuming because you're not wearing pants.
I love that. No, I like going deep.
Yeah.
And, we're into the long ball. We like taking the top off the coverage. Whoa. By the way,
I'm assuming because today you're not wearing pants. It was a leg day.
No, because I have little legs. Every day has to unfortunately be some type of leg day. I can't miss any days because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose whatever growth I possibly have gained in the beginning of the week. So I try to do a little legs every day.
Can we ask Kevin to give a calm down award before his publicist tells us to calm down and get him the hell off this thing?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is there someone or something you want to give a calm down award to? Oh, I cannot wait.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to give a calm down to, I'm going to say to the majority of people that have lost sight and understanding of what an opinion is.
Ooh.
I think that we need to calm down and stop battling people based off of opinions and feelings. You're never going to win that battle. You can make it right. You can make it left. You can drink tea. You can drink coffee. Nobody's ever going to be wrong for either choice. It's their life and they can do what they want with it. But there's this crazy battle that we have for people not feeling the way that we want them to. And if you don't, I got to yell at you.
Yes.
I'm going to say, calm down and let's get back to understanding that it's okay to be different. It's okay to think for yourself. None of us are programmed. And I think that the more that we understand that, the better. And just lead by example and know that you're doing your part. And hopefully other people will follow.
If not, that.
That's it. That's what I'll say.
That's amazing.
And it's okay to wear jammies to bed.
Or skinny jeans.
Well.
Yeah, the pajama things is up for debate.
They're comfy, cozy, damn it.
Grow up.
That wasn't available. That already had a trademark.
Oh, Kev, that's so nice of you. Thank you. I think that's a really good sentiment for us to remember as we head into this podcast thing that we're embarking on, where we're going to offend people or we're going to not, we're not everyone's cup of tea or coffee in your case. Mm-hmm. But I think that that's a really good reminder to ourselves. So thank you. Thank you for your time.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I'm glad that you kicked it off with a bang.
I love you.
I'm looking forward to hearing about your future success. This is cool, guys.
Where the hell do we go after you? I don't know. I don't know where we go.
You go to, what do you mean? You go to Macaulay Culkin or something. I don't know if there's people out there.
Kevin.
Go to Jaleel White. That's my friend. He'll do it. Okay. I got tons of names. I can throw them at you guys.
I love it. We need your Rolodex. Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Love you. Stay safe.
Yes, ma'am. Love you back. Bye.
Bye.
Calm down.
Calm the fuck down.
Bye. Calm down. Bye.
What'd you think? He's the best, huh?
Gosh. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have never obviously had an opportunity to interview him in that capacity and so relaxed, and his wife would have loved coming in, but you know him very well. It's not a shock why he's as successful as he is, because he is so relatable and so real. And I just like anyone that I feel like I can be myself with.
Listen, there's a handful of people, and I'm sure there's more. I'll just be really lame and say handful, that have a ton of success, are actually, real, are kind. I give him a ton of credit for giving us a sliver of his time, which I couldn't be more grateful for. He's right up there, and I could listen to him talk about it for hours, and it's almost like I'd pay him to be my marriage counselor. Not that I need it, but it's like the balance. That's something I want to do, and I love that he said he's trying to be present right now. That's something I know I need to work on. I'm excited to work on. I owe that to myself. I owe that to my husband, and I appreciate somebody like him with everything that he's done. He's still working on that and trying, and it's his focus right now.
Yeah.
What did you love?
And I remember, growing up, my parents have never been divorced, and I'm lucky they've been married since, they were 18 years old. But my dad would always say, you kids are great and all, but like your mom's my priority. She was here before you and she's going to be here after you.
Yeah.
So this idea of marriage, and even in his mistakes and Kevin's, public mistakes, that he accepts responsibility for that. And now it's her time. And I just think that that's a really real thing. And I just like it. I just like someone that's willing to admit fault.
Yeah, it just humanizes them, It's like you can talk to him and no matter what he's got going on, and whoever he was shooting a scene with 2 hours ago, he's still stuck in LA traffic, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
phenomenal. Yeah, it really, really sets him on a level that I think is totally relatable.
Yeah, but I liked his Calm Down award, and I think it's a really good reminder for us as we embark on this journey. And again, without getting too deep, is that, come on, man. We're not here to hurt anyone's feelings. We're not here to be malicious or anything. We make fun of ourselves first and foremost, and we're just all along for the ride, and let's have some fun along the way. So I think it was an awesome way to kick off Calm Down.
We are screwed though.
Well,
moving forward.
No, I wasn't going
to
focus on
he was
that
trying
yet,
to act like, that it was going to be okay. But I mean, that was one hell of a way to kick it off. I can't wait to go home and be like, so babe, this is what I learned from Kevin Hart. I'm sleeping nude and I'm going to be present.
Our bedtime attire is very symbolic of who we are. I'm just out there and you're...
I love mine. It's really cozy and soft. It's fabulous. You do you, and I'm going to do me. Remember what the Calm Down Award was about, is not judging and just be who you are. I am super cuddly and cozy.
I am working 7 shins.
And if you want your team logo on it, we'll be offering it on Fanatics and NFLshop.com.
Or wherever you buy your women's apparel, because there's only one.
Hum now.
All right. Well, we did it. I'm proud of us. And thank you guys for listening. Hopefully we're back next week unless we're canceled. It's why you have to give us a rating.
We want 5s across the board from the French judge. So calm down and give us a rating. It better be a good one.
No, but seriously, at the end of the survey, they're like, take the survey. Please take the survey and give us a great rating, because
don't hang up.
The suits say that it's very important that we get high ratings. I'm also following along with the other things they told me to say.
I highlighted it.
Look, this is our first podcast. I do what I'm told. Yep. Second podcast is completely going to be out the window. We won't listen to anybody. Follow us on socials. I didn't know my Instagram handle. Apparently, it's very short. It's my whole name with my middle initial, Charissa J. Thompson. That seems excessive.
Was your other name taken?
I mean, probably. There's another Charissa Thompson.
You can pay people for that. Well, after this, we'll let her know how to do it. So at Erin Andrews on Twitter and Instagram, and Charissa T on Twitter.
Yeah,
and then
apparently I didn't want to do the whole name on Twitter when I started that account 10 years ago. Hope you guys are following along.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And of course, you can follow our show at Calm Down Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. As we always say on social media, you can't take yourself too seriously. I like to make fun of everybody. So, yes.
Including ourselves.
Right.
Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and Twitter, because it will be extra things that didn't make our show. Some of, maybe the outtakes, if you will. I always find outtakes. This whole thing might be an outtake. To be the funniest. So it'll be additional content on both of our Instagram accounts and Twitter accounts, as well as the Calm Down podcast.
And here's the thing. It's just like real life. If you want to give us a follow and then you're afraid we're going to see if you unfollow us, we will. So just put us on mute, but at least give us the follow. And then if we want to be the people that you follow and we just annoy you every morning or afternoon, but you still feel like you got to do it, we're with you. And we're definitely going to get into that segment. No doubt. Because I have those people, but I can't press unfollow because I need to see
I didn't
them.
know there was an app that shows who unfollows you.
I didn't know that either.
The only app you should care about is the iHeart Radio podcast app. Is that an app?
I hope so.
Shoot.
If it is, it's great. You know what's different for us in this podcast? We don't have someone telling us in our ear how much longer we need to speak. For freaking football, it's like I'm looking and the guy's getting ready. The quarterback is getting ready, to get the ball. So then I got to be like, Joe, back to you. Joe, are you here?
Erin also makes fun of me when I do a game break and I send it back to her and I'm like, Joe, Troy, and Erin. She's like, if you say Erin,
No, this is how she does it. And the 49ers are up 14-7. Now let's send it back to Joe, Troy, and Erin.
Yeah, I know. I think this is nice.
Love it.
Anyways, we'll talk about that and a whole lot more. This is Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. And hopefully we will be back in a week with another podcast, unless we're canceled already.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.